Toasts are bad UX. Oh boy. I like toasts quite a bit. There's even a short of me freaking out over how good the ones in ShadCN are. Oh, okay. I see why you said to do that. Do you see how good that looks? But this is going to be a fun article. I'm actually quite excited to read this because I've had some issues with toasts as like core UX and user experience stuff. I want to see what Max has to say. The core problem is that toasts always show up far away from the user's attention. Take a look at this example on YouTube. I hate this so much, especially when you have something big and like filling your screen. It's so annoying to hit the button and not see anything happen except for in the tiny little corner over there. I even feel this with PicThing. Like when I'll show an old and a new version to showcase this. So this version of PicThing, when you click copy, it pops up right there and it says image copy to clipboard. When you're watching this on a small screen like this and you're looking at the whole screen, it's easy to see. But if I'm scrolled like this and I click it up here, it feels like nothing happened. On the old version, which is what I used with my team and still kind of do, when you click anywhere on here, it puts the whole thing in a loading state right under where you clicked. And while this is objectively comically uglier, I felt more like this was working. And I've had far too many times where I clicked on an image to copy it on PicThing and wasn't sure if it copied or not. Then I remembered, look at the corner. Oh, yeah, it did. Cool. And as silly as that might sound, especially when I've used this one a whole bunch, it is now ingrained for me to expect where I clicked to be the place where the thing happened. And that is the issue with toasts, is the locality of the action is different from the locality of the information. So again, they use the YouTube example where you click the button and the thing changes in the corner. Also, I love when you hit the add button, it appears there. There's so many things moving around here that suck. So the problem's the YouTube toast. He clicks the save button on the right-hand side of the screen, a modal appears in the middle of the screen, and then a toast appears in the bottom left corner. And there are a few more problems in this particular example. The toast is delayed without a loading indicator. Oh God. Yeah, it takes too long to come up. If I check or uncheck a checkbox in the modal, I need to wait multiple seconds for the previous toast to disappear before I can get the confirmation toast. That one I have absolutely seen. If I scroll to here and I want to watch this thing later, hover, save to playlist, wait, this comes up, click here, the toast happens. If I unclick and then click 2 more, removed, keep waiting, added to inspo, and then if I close this while it's still happening, more toasts. That's so bad. That's so bad. I do want to watch this part later, so I'm switching that for sure. But now we have to wait for all of those toasts before we know if it actually committed the action that we wanted it to commit. Thankfully here we have stackable toasts, so you can just click different things and they all stack and you can hover and it shows them all at once. Kind of silly that our toast experience is exponentially better than YouTube's despite not having hundreds of engineers working on it, but that's because of Sonner. People are already linking it, so I'll pull that up. Sonner makes it hilariously easy to do this right. They even have an API for promises, which we're using heavily. You write a promise and you pass the promise to toast.promise, and you could add a loading, a success, and an error state. And I'll be honest, this is so convenient that I just use it everywhere now because it's such a quick way to add nice looking state that demos well and looks good in tutorials online and shit. Like when I post a clip, look at all the toast.promises calls we have in the pic.ping code base. It looks great. But the focus shift that you have to do for that is bad enough that I still kind of miss the original version where you would click and it would show the loading state on the thing you're clicking. But yeah, the toast being delayed, as I just showed on YouTube, that is atrocious. If I check or uncheck a checkbox in the modal, I need to wait multiple seconds for the previous toast to disappear. And also the undo button in the toast is unnecessary because the user can just click the checkbox again. Yeah. I've never clicked the undo button in that corner on YouTube ever. The solution: no toast. Here's a simple redesign of the save interaction that solves all the problems above. Adding opens up the menu right there, and when you click it, it has a little loading spinner next to it. The playlists are shown right beneath the button instead of in a modal. After checking or unchecking a checkbox, a loading indicator is shown. When the loading indicator disappears, it implies the action has completed. No toast necessary. Yeah, I'm with you. 2 more examples. 1, confirming something was added or removed. When archiving an email in Gmail, a toast appears showing confirmation. By archiving the email disappears from the list, which already implies the action was successful. Here's a fun one. I use Superhuman, which is built on top of Gmail or Outlook now too. They have a toast, but they have a cool feature where it doesn't immediately send an email. It gives you like a 5 to 10 second window. You can click instant send, or you can wait and it will send in its right time. I also have Superhuman set, so when I send an email, it auto archives it. But sometimes I want to go quickly check something in it. There's no way to do that. You can't click the toast to see the email. Your only option is instant send or undo. There is no option to send, but then let me click the toast to go see it. It's a small thing, but it's one of the very few UX gripes I have in a piece of software that makes my life significantly easier. Seriously, if you spend your life in email, you should sub to Superhuman. I'll leave a link in the description for a free month that also gets me paid because I bugged them and they made an affiliate program for me. So check it out. If you write a lot of email, it's a lifesaver. But they even get this wrong, and they're like the UX gods. Another example they have here is I'm getting pwned here. If you want to make fun of me, just say it. I get it. That is actually hilarious, though, that I built the exact thing he's calling out as a bad use case. The button already includes a confirmation, so the toast is entirely unnecessary. Yeah. It could be worse, though. What's worse than a toast? No feedback at all. So you don't have time to design or build a better feedback mechanism. I guess a toast is better than nothing. Very fair. This was awesome, Max. Thanks for inspiring me to go on this rant, and also inspiring Igor to go spin his blog back up so he can write about this too. Always surprised how trillion-dollar companies don't care as much about basic UX things like AWS. When you have a billion users, tiny 0.1x UX improvements have massive return on investment. I totally agree. None of these comments are inappropriate. When I post a new video, I instantaneously get a pile of spam comments. None of these are spam, so I don't want to demonstrate the whole flow. But when you're dealing with a spam comment, it was literally 9 clicks per. You have to hit here, hit report, wait for a modal to come up, check the box for the type of thing, hit next, confirm, hit next again. Then you have to choose, there's another checkbox you might accidentally miss that is hide user from channel, and then confirm on each comment. I bitched for a while about this because the solution seems simple. Give me a little checkbox and let me one click report a whole bunch of things. And then they did it. It took them 3 months because it was Google, but I bitched about this publicly. To be fair, they were probably already working on it, but it did feel like they implemented not just what I needed, but exactly how I had asked them to. And it has made my life much better being able to checkbox select the 5 spam comments I just got on a brand new video, and then one click, flag, and remove. They got rid of all the confirmations too. It was so nice. It was such a big win. And it seems small because tiny 0.1x UX improvement, but it made me much happier as a creator. It made me feel like YouTube got what I needed, and it made my experience using it much better. These details are important, and as great as toasts are, and as simple as it is as a way to provide some feedback, they are overused, and the way that YouTube's using them here sucks. One more small call out. You'll notice here it has the lock icon to show if something is private or not. In his demo, he removed the lock icon. So he's making real estate where there wasn't any, but it's still much better. And if they could find a way to replicate this experience, that would be a UX win. Relying on toasts for everything sucks, especially once they start to stack up. And making a pretty stack does not solve this problem. I feel guilty. I'm not going to lie. I'm possibly going to go and gut all the toasts I've been putting in all my stuff, but I'm also lazy, so I might not. Let me know what you guys think. Do you feel like toasts are overrated, underrated, or they're fine? Let me know. And until next time, peace nerds.